Okay, next leg of the adventure. I've just arrived in the Yukon territory. I'm in a town called Whitehorse, and that behind me is the Alaska Highway, which runs all the way to Alaska. I'm not sure where it runs in the other direction, but I'm not taking it anyway. I'm going up to a town called Dawson City, which is in the north of the state or the province, and I've got a few hiking trips organised up there. My plane, I'm changing planes here, so my plane to take me up there will take off in a couple of hours, and then I'll get picked up by my hotel when I get there, which is a nice touch. Looking forward to this one. Bye. So Dawson City was made famous in the gold rush. It was one of the first towns that sprung up during the gold rush about 120 years ago. That's the airport we just went through there. It's like a little shed. Interesting town. It's now a World Heritage Site, so all the buildings have been preserved and basically turned into hotels now. And there's a lot of people living here, or either gold mining or thriving off tourism. This definitely is a strange little town. I know it's a bit cliche, and everyone says this, but it's a bit like it's kind of frozen in time here. All the buildings are from. It's like they haven't changed for hundreds of years, since the gold rush. So I'm just about to get onto this ferry thing here. Take the ferry across the Yukon. Most of this will be completely frozen up in the winter. But they've got this ferry that runs 24/7 to get across. Yeah, is that okay? And then there's a walk over here, I'm told is pretty cool. Some guys that live in the log cabins. Where do you want me to enter? Just here?
Yeah, just down the left there.
Okay, thanks. That's a wee trip over, and the other side of the river, the other side of the Yukon from Dawson. So I'm getting the ferry back across now. That's Dawson City over there, where I've got my hotel for a couple of nights before I move into Klondike Kate's. But so that was a nice wee walk through these some of the guys that are living up there, the wild men of the Yukon. I'd have loved to have taken some pictures, but I was a wee bit nervous to be doing it. Anyway, you should have seen some of them. Okay, right. So tomorrow I'll be starting off from behind these buildings, and I'll be walking right up the tree line in there. Right up the top, way around here, and then leading up to the top of that thing there. It's called the Midnight Dome, I think I mentioned it earlier, yeah, but it's supposed to be 3 hours hiking. So hopefully Winnie the Pooh is not going to be around. The town had this reputation as being like the Wild West, kind of 24-hour drinking saloons, prostitution, gambling, and it was all just got really hard life stuff. But it's not like that now. It's more catering for tourists, and as I said, there's still a lot of mining going on. Up this little street, I've been walking about for quite a while now, looking for this particular cottage from, you'll see now, it's Jack London of White Fang, the author of White Fang. This is his cottage, the Jack London cabin. It's one of the things I was wanting to come and see here, just because I really liked that book when I was about 12 years old, 13 years old. I remember reading it My English teacher was Miss Mackenzie, and she was right into CND. She was actually a very nice lady, but she used to, this was one of the books she gave us to read. I'm guessing, I might be wrong, but I'm guessing they keep their food in that raised building, and it's up there to keep, so that animals can't get in and get it, but it's not going to stop the bears, is it? So I've just walked right round the whole town. Very interesting town. I'm not a weatherman by any manner of means, but I reckon there's a chance of rain over there. These dark clouds. So these are the typical kind of houses. It's old wooden houses like you would get, you know, when it all kicked off about 150 years ago. This is the church, the original church for Dawson City. And my understanding from talking to the lady in the hotel is that they're going to try and get it up and running again. It's out of service at the moment, but they're trying to collect money to refurbish it and get it done up again, so that people can come and worship. That would be quite an achievement, because it looks as though it's been out of service for a while. So here's a typical street in Dawson City. I'm thinking this town, there's not everyone stays here in the winter, because it goes down to -40. And I think a lot of people, like the lady that organised my hiking party for Friday, she says she's French, she's been here 6 years, but she goes away for 4 months every year, goes back to France. So I reckon there's only the hardcore that will stay here in the winter. But you could look at the old cars. Yeah. There's another little interesting little garden. It looks as if it's just been lying there for hundreds of years. Just all old bits of machinery. I'll step back and you can see the house, because the house has just obviously been abandoned here. But they're obviously just leaving it because it's probably quite popular with tourists. I don't know. Anyway, that's somebody's house and the garden, but obviously not being lived in. Here's another. This is quite a famous one. I remember seeing this when I was doing my research about this place before I came. This place is quite famous because it's like the leaning house of Dawson, as opposed to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I found out that these houses, they're actually sinking into the permafrost. The permafrost gradually melting, so the houses are all subsiding into the frost. Here we go out on the Dempster Highway, which is the only road that runs all the way up the Yukon, from the south of the Yukon right up to the Arctic Circle, and it's actually not tarmacked. It's just a dirt road. It's very famous, and I'm driving up there, not all the way, but I'm driving a fair bit of it today into Tombstone Park. Again, we can see the dark clouds coming in, but it's really quite nice up here. This is a Tombstone Park. Doing a couple of days hiking up here. These big clouds are pretty spectacular. Might carry on along with the track. It's absolutely silent out here. Nothing at all. Hopefully we can come across some wildlife. Get all sorts of stuff. I have to say it's lovely, lovely scenery out here, and it's just so vast. And there's nothing. You can't hear all you can hear is the rivers, the water flowing, and yeah, you're totally out there on your own. Apart from the other people in the group, it was a very nice experience. Flying back down to Vancouver tomorrow. Goodbye, Yukon.